Hey, Cross Park coming to you today with your weekly leadership update. I have a number of announcements pertaining to the fall. There's a lot coming, as you know, and you'll be getting lots of communication from us about the fall. But today I wanted to focus mainly on two things. First is the fall preview brunch. Next Sunday, August 27th, right after church, we're having a fall preview brunch. Think light brunch, no salmon or anything like that, but some quick snacks that you will grab after church in the Magnolia Room, and then you'll circle back around to the worship area, and we will spend a few minutes helping you think about what fall ministry opportunities look like at Cross Park. So we'll be talking about what's coming up on Sunday morning this fall, and also cluing you into what some of your ministry opportunities of various kinds will be during the week. So plan to join us next Sunday right after church. Everyone's invited. Stay after church and hear for a few minutes about what's coming up this fall. The fall schedule officially begins September 3rd. So that means on Sunday, September 3rd, we will have 9:30 Sunday school for all ages. Again, something for everyone. And then at 10:30, we'll have our normal worship service. So the same time, 9:30 as it has been this summer, except worship will be at 10:30, Sunday school at 9:30. Please plan to join us. And as I mentioned, we are having class for all ages. So my second announcement is about some changes we're making in children's ministry. After me, the longest tenured staff member by far is Christina Emmons. She joined us on staff in that early year of ministry and has been our children's ministry coordinator for these many years. And she's done a fantastic job. And for a little while now, she and I have been talking about the fact that she was sensing it was time to move on from that role and to move into some other areas. And so we have officially now made that change, that as of this fall, as of September 1st, Christina is going to be moving off staff, and we're excited to see what else God has for her. But thus, we needed to replace her, and so Katie Janak has taken the job and is hard at work to get ready for the fall. She's our new children's ministry coordinator. So that means if you email or get an email from kids@crossparkchurch.org, that is now Katie Janak, not Christina Emmons. Secondly, with Katie changing roles, we of course needed to replace Katie, who was our nursery coordinator, and we're excited to announce Rebecca Jackson is taking that role. So if you interact with the email nursery@crossparkchurch.org, that is Rebecca Jackson. Now this is important for you to know for a couple of reasons. One, we want to thank Christina, and we will again publicly here in the coming weeks. We're so thankful for the work that she's put in, the really excellent work she's done. She's been an exceptional staff member, and I personally am very, very thankful for her and for her work. Also, you need to know who you're interacting with. Katie and Rebecca are working hard to get things up and running for the fall. Christina is still helping them some, which is very gracious and helpful of her. But as you hear from Katie and Rebecca, I just want you to know that's who you're interacting with, because they're working hard to get as many people as possible signed up to help serve our children, to take the load off of everybody. Okay, well, this Sunday, we're in Psalm 134. I'm not going to give you too much of a preview here, but if you're tracking, this is not the last psalm in our series, though it is the last psalm in the Bible that is labeled as a song of ascents. So why is that? Why are we extending the sermon series beyond the series as the Bible has it written, so to speak? Well, a couple of reasons, but one of them is we've talked about this sermon series. We've said it's a playlist for the journey home. We've got multiple things going on. Journey home in the sense of going back to Jerusalem to worship, but also in the sense of going back to God. That we're always on pilgrimage. And so the angle of journey and worship, there's sort of this dual angle to both of them. You're in a short-term journey to Jerusalem or to church, but long-term, you're on a journey towards God. In the same way, worship is an event that happens in a time and a place with other people, but it's also your whole life. All of life is worship, and we're always needing to worship God. We're made for lifelong, whole heart, every day, moment by moment worship. So Psalm 134, as you will see, naturally hits the worship as event, journey to Jerusalem angle, while Psalm 135, and I don't think this is an accident, even though it is not a song of ascents, it sort of is a natural ending from the series. If you think about the series again, calling you to go up to Jerusalem, Psalm 135 extends the idea and hits the all of life is journey towards God. All of life is worship. So We're going to preach Psalm 134 this week. It's the shortest of our Psalms. And then next week we'll preach Psalm 135 to end the series and think about what it is God has been teaching us this whole summer. And then the first 3 weeks of September, we're going to do a short sort of vision and values series like we often do in the fall. So in light of all that, I wanted to give you this week's sermon outline briefly to get you thinking. The outline is composed of 3 answers to 2 questions. Okay, so the 2 questions are, what is the blessing that the text speaks of? And then how do we participate in that blessing? So question 1, we'll have 1 answer, and question 2, we'll have 2 answers. So just a little something to get you thinking maybe as you read the text, which again, won't take you long. It's very short. You can ask yourself these 2 questions. What is the blessing? What does it mean to bless or be blessed? And then also, how do I participate in this blessing? And those are the questions that we'll seek to answer in the 3 points of our sermon this Sunday. Okay, finally, I have, as is my wont, I have rewritten Psalm 134 as a brief poem. Come to bless him from whom all blessings flow. Come together to his house to bless him with gusto. Come be blessed by the one who made all creatures here below. Psalm 134 together this Sunday. We'll see you at 9:30 Cross Park.